Who was like the first person to ever believe in what you were trying to do?
Oh, that's a hard question. But the first person that came to my head, and it could not be the first person, but so if it's not, but the first person that comes to head would be Andy, who produces the Zeze Millz show, because I think he believed in like he believed in the vision of the Zeze Millz show when I was like what I wanted to do, how I wanted it to be. And we just worked well together. Do you get what I mean? It was easy. I remember I literally went up to him in Ikea. I saw him in Ikea and I was buying like furniture for my new place and I was in there with my mum. And I hate networking. I just the worst thing ever. Like, don't ask me to go up to people and sell myself. I will be in the room and I will be like, never, you're not gonna catch. Because I just feel like it's cringe for both of us. Like, what's actually happening here? So I hate that. But I thought I have to seize this opportunity. So I saw him and I went up to him. I was like, you don't like. We were familiar because we used to go to the same church, but we never spoke at church. So it was kind of like I knew his face and his face looked familiar. So I was like, oh, you don't know me really, but I have this thing because Headscarf Diaries. It's not got mad views, but it has good engagement. Like it's a decent amount of engagement for like my following and whatnot. You know, sometimes it does the rounds. It might end up on a couple of the blog pages and stuff like that. And there's definitely like a thing for it at the moment. I want to take it to the next level though. Like, and I think you kind of have the demographic that I would want to, because he had just done back chat. So it was like, that was like really bubbling at the time. And I remember he was just like, all right, cool. Here's my email address. Email me. And I remember as soon as I left, like, I didn't do it straight away. I think I messaged the next morning, but I definitely was emailed and I said, hi, I met you yesterday. Like, would love to have a chat. And he was just like, yeah, cool. And then he said we had a little email exchange and he's like, come in for a screen test. And I went in, I explained what I wanted to do. He put his suggestions forward as well. I did my screen test and he was just like, yeah, cool, let's start next week. And then that's kind of just how the Zeze Millz show started.
So it was really that simple?
It was that. I mean, I would say that simple because there was like, well, that part of it was simple. Just getting the production bit off the ground. That was the simple. But we then started the channel from scratch. We didn't, because originally what I wanted to do was go onto the back chat channel because there was the audience there already. I was just like, you've got the audience there already. And I remember when Andy was just like, no, we're going to start a new channel. I was thinking, what the fuck? What the hell? And I got to start with 0 subscribers. Like, what's going on here? Like, that's not the plan, buddy. Like, what's going on? But I'm glad that he done that because I feel like in that we built like an authentic following of the Zeze Millz show. Do you get what I mean? There was 0 subscribers on that channel. It was a brand new channel.
And is this channel Trend Central?
No. So Trend Central used to be back chat and then it changed to Trend Central. We then had a channel called the Umbrella channel, which is now not the Umbrella channel, but that's where it started. That's where the Zeze Millz show started, on that platform with the 0 subscribe. Then as it grew and it grew and it grew and it grew, then Andy was like, okay, we'll take it over to, when he decided that he was rebranding the whole of Backchat and making a platform as like a space, a hub for all types of entertainment, that's when we then switched over to Trend Central. So yeah, we started with 0 subscribers. And I remember their first ever episode that came out, I was so shook. Like, I was shook. Like, I was thinking, oh God, this is just going to be such an L. Like, no one's going to watch it. It's just going to look horrid. Like, no, I knew the production was, one thing I knew what that was going to be was the production was going to be A1. And I know no one had really kind of done that type of setup before. So I was like, okay, cool. But I just thinking, oh yeah, this and that. I remember we did like the corny thing of like atting everyone on Twitter, like DMing it to everyone, hi, new thing. And I was just thinking, I hate doing things like that. Those things are the worst type of things for me to do, even up to this day. Like, I can't do things. So I was like, oh, this is horrible. And I just remember like leaving the room when it went live. And I was just like, and then it took off. It was from there then, like,
from the first episode?
No, it didn't take off. No, it wasn't like a thing. Yeah, we weren't getting mad views. Like, we were getting like 5,000 views, you know, it wasn't mad views or anything like that. It was more or less everything I've done has been like a steady progress. And I'm happy that it's been like that, because I think what happens, we see what happens when people have like those one hits, which is not really their fault, but we see what happens. It just boom like that, and then it's hard for them to ever get to that thing again. So I'd rather it be like a slow, gradual thing.